Can't believe it hit a factory.
During Operation Pillar of Defense in 2012, the IDF crippled Hamas terror infrastructure in the Gaza Strip in response to rocket fire against civilians. Since the operation, Hamas has upgraded its weapons arsenal. The terrorist organization now holds about 10,000 rockets and missiles. Hamas produces most of these weapons inside Gaza, but many of them come from Iran. The Qassam rocket, armed with a 9-kilogram warhead, can strike up to 17.7 kilometers from its target. The upgraded Grad rocket carries a 45-kilogram warhead and can strike targets 48 kilometers away from Gaza. It endangers over 1 million Israelis. The M75, with a 60-kilogram warhead, it has a strike range of 75 kilometers. Like the Fajr 5, another Hamas rocket, is one of the most dangerous rockets in the Hamas arsenal and threatens about 3.5 million Israelis. Hamas rockets endanger about 40% of Israeli civilians.
Facts about Operation Protective Edge. For years, Hamas terrorists operating from the Gaza Strip have been firing rockets at Israeli civilians with the goal of murdering and terrorizing men, women, and children trying to go about their daily lives. In the last 2 weeks alone, over 2,000 rockets have been fired by Hamas into Israeli cities and towns. Once the warning sirens go off, millions of Israeli civilians have 60 seconds or less to reach bomb shelters. Hamas terrorists commit a double war crime, intentionally targeting Israeli civilians and using Palestinian civilians as human shields. Their tactics include storing weapons and launching rockets from homes, schools, and mosques, while ordering Palestinian civilians to remain at these terror sites. In contrast, Israel goes to great lengths and takes unprecedented steps to avoid civilian casualties, even when those civilians are offering shelter to terrorists. Israel agreed to the ceasefire offers by Egypt, the UN, and the Red Cross. Hamas rejected all three offers and continued firing at Israel. Israel will not allow the Hamas to terrorize and threaten millions of civilians with terror tunnels and lethal rockets. No other country in the world would allow it either.
The Iron Dome anti-missile shield's a defense system used to counter short-range rocket attacks. Capable of intercepting missiles from between 4 and 70 kilometers, it's designed to perform in all weather conditions. The first Iron Dome battery was installed in March 2011 near the southern Israeli city of Beersheva, some 40 kilometers from the Gaza Strip. Several others have since been deployed in the south of the country to combat rocket fire from the Palestinian territory. Military experts say a total of 13 are needed to completely defend Israel from short-range attacks. Enemy artillery fired from within the 70-kilometer radius is detected by the Iron Dome's mobile tracking radar. The missile type is identified, its path monitored, and the data sent to a weapon management and control unit which calculates the likely point of impact. If the missile's heading towards a populated or built-up area, it decides to intercept. The incoming targets are detonated in mid-flight and within a matter of seconds by the system's missile firing unit. The Israeli army says 75 to 90% of attempted interceptions are successful at an estimated cost of $50,000 a time.
Construction materials meant for Palestinians routinely enter Gaza from Israel during peacetime. Since the beginning of 2014, 4,680 trucks carrying 181,000 tons of gravel, iron, cement, wood, and other supplies have passed through the Kerem Shalom crossing. Hamas exploits these supplies and invests significant efforts in building underground tunnels. These tunnels allow terrorists to smuggle weapons and equipment. They also enable Hamas to operate underground and infiltrate Israel in order to kidnap and kill civilians.
جهد كبير يبذله الشباب، لكن كما قلت لك الهدف أسمى من كل التعب والجهد الذي يحصل عند الشباب.
To build one 3-kilometer tunnel, Hamas needs 350 trucks and 1,800 tons of concrete.
اليوم ندفع أثمان على طريق الأنفاق. أنا أقول هذا الإبداع من إبداعات المقاومة سيتعزز أكثر وأكثر، لأنه هي جزء من الحرب التي سنواجه بها عدونا.
Imagine what Hamas could build with these resources instead of tunnels. Hundreds of homes and civilian institutions for the people of Gaza.
قطاعين طرق وحرامية، ويا ريت كل البلد تسمع وكل العالم تسمع. مش حياة هذه.